Dido.
Huh?
Dido. Thank you.
Dido.
Dido. Yeah. D-I-D-O. I wanna thank you. So welcome, guys. It's Friday morning, Friday afternoon, Friday morning, Friday, wherever you're at in this wonderful world that we're living in, and welcome everyone to the live stream. So, it's just yeah, guys, Friday afternoon. The weekend's coming, so for all you that are have the weekend coming, you got something to look forward to. For all you that are don't have the weekend coming, because the weekend is every day for you. It's even better, right? So welcome, guys. So I'm just going to go over some news. You know, hey Dean, hey Anthony, how you guys going? Just go over the news, right? What's happening around the world? Just the usual stuff, and then everyone can go along their business, you know, and it's all good, right? It's all good in the hood. So first of all, let's talk about Binance. Okay, so Binance, they're having a maintenance. People are because the maintenance is like, you know, 12 hours, 24 hours, or whatever the case may be. It's a long time, right? So people are now saying that, oh, Binance has been hacked. Blah 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 blah. They've they had their exchange open for like 30 minutes so for people to cancel their bids, you know. So but I logged into my Binance account. You can see all your stuff there. You just can't withdraw or deposit, right? That's it. So they're doing their maintenance issue. People are saying, oh, you know, it's been hacked. Because of the extended Kraken downtime. So, you know, so this is the co-founder. He said, "We will maintain communication in difficult times. Those are hot wallets. Only a tiny percentage of them, but they dear the coins." So yeah, basically they're just saying, but people are spreading FUD. Will prove you wrong. So actually, you know what? John McPhee's even said, trying not to spread FUD, but I have received dozens of reports like this one. I'm just trying to understand. As a security researcher, I know that the potential hacks are far more easy to solve if investigated immediately. Days later magnifies the task of the magnitude. One of our exchanges servers was attacked and compromised a few moments ago. To help minimize potential risks and loss of funds, our customers have had to take immediate action. Action of I can't really read that. Halting all engagement activities. We apologize for any inconvenience. So this is actually on Binance that they've said this. So if you go to Binance, and if you go to their news, they'll usually post it on here. Oops, hang on. We are currently using 3 different methods of data recovery. The fastest method is to take approximately 1.5 hours. The slowest 9 hours. Will notify you in the complete upgrade ahead of schedule. In 30 minutes prior to commencement of trading, users are able to log in, deposit, withdraw, cancel orders, and account-related functions. We apologize for inconvenience caused, and thank you for your patience. We will continue to post regular updates. So that's basically it there. So yeah, you know, they're saying that didn't get hacked. They're saying that their servers, one of their servers was, this is what they've said here, it was attacked and compromised a few moments ago. So more of the stuff will come out on what actually happened, but what they're basically saying is nothing to worry about. So I've got, I recently bought some tokens. I bought BLZ, Brazil, and I got Brazil, and I got what was that on? I bought bread. So those ones are the only ones that I got on there. I hadn't transferred them out, but I've got everything else out. I don't keep anything on Binance because you know, if exchange gets hacked, that's it. So I encourage everyone to, you know, use the exchanges for what they are, but don't keep them on there. You know, keep them in your Mu wallet, keep them wherever you got to keep them, but do your trading and then move them off the exchange, because anything can happen. All right, anything can happen. It could get hacked. We saw the recent hacks of what was the last one? Oh yeah, the one in Japan. All right, 500 million NEM, 500 million USD of NEM was stolen. So it just doesn't matter how big the exchange is. Doesn't matter if they're a Bittrex, they're a Kraken. If they're a Bitfinex. A Bitfinex got hacked. Have been hacked multiple times apparently. Just don't trust them, right? Doesn't matter what they are. Just they're a target because they hold billions of dollars. So they're under constant attack. Just buy your coins, right? Don't be lazy. Then move them out as soon as you can. Right, so that's Binance, or Binance, whatever you want to call it. I recommend that once they go back online, if you've got coins in there, do your trading or whatever, and then move them back out to Mu or Exodus or wherever you keep them, right? Just move them out. Don't keep it in there. So that's that. So I hope everyone's having a good day today. Good morning, Federico. Good morning, Lou. Good morning, Anusha. Good morning, Andy. It's been what, the last 9 days has been very, certainly been very, what do you call it, eventful. Hey, Sakat, sorry. Hey, Sarit. How you guys going? So yeah, look, what's been going on has been, you know, it's been very, for me personally, it's been a lot of work, and it's just it's at times frustrating, but yeah, that's just all part of it, right? Doing ICOs, and I'm all about automation. I'm all about just trying to do things simply and the quickest way. And if there's an extra cost to it, quite happy to do it that way, because when you got so many of these ICOs going, and you know, we're trying to get these pools going as well, any type of automation or any type of process that you can apply that will speed things up and make things a lot more seamless, it's the way to go. Even if there's an extra small added cost to it, it's definitely the way to go. Because I know if you do things manually, it is such a big job, and it can take hours and hours just to process things manually, send, you know, money from one account to another person, make sure all those numbers are right, then go into the next one. You know, when you got to do 100, 200 of those transactions, it takes a lot of time. When, you know, if you can automate it, so at some point, if you can automate it, if there's a cost involved, you got to look at the you got to look at it whether it's worth it, because then if it's like, you know, that if you can use some sort of piece of software, some sort of system that won't make mistakes. See, if you making the mistakes is critical. So, you know, that's what I'm about. I'm about automation, try to make things a lot seamless, so then we can focus on what is the most important thing, and that's the and that's not getting bogged down with the tasks. Because if you get bogged down with the tasks that you have to do, and you spend all your time managing instead of doing what you're supposed to do, which is find ICOs of profit. All right, so that's really important. This is what I've discovered this week. right? So there's been a lot going on in the ICO space. There's been a lot going on, but before we go there, I want to talk about a new strategy and what I'm going to do with ICOs. I think this is the right way to do it. I mean, there's different strategies, but I'm going to test this strategy for the next, I don't know, month or so, and just see how I go with it. Because there's a number of strategies that I've been doing, and they're both going great. But you've got to look at possible risks involved, and I think that with this new strategy that I'm going to talk about, the risks is the risk versus reward. I think it's going to be the best strategy. All right, I'll talk about that in a second. You may lose potential profits, but I think long term, I think this is the best. This is going to be the best strategy. So before we go there, these right, as we saw right now, as you can see, the market's kind of going up and down. Those people that are still holding BitConnect people, I mean, I don't know. It's look, $2.17 per token. Yeah. Okay. So that says enough. And that's why the title of this story, title of this live stream, Too Legit to Quit. This is like a song in MC Hammer. If you remember MC Hammer, right? This was like big in the 90s, right? MC Hammer, right? And then he had this other song, which was Too Legit to Quit, and it was one of those songs that not many people really knew about. It wasn't really a big hit, but anyway, Too Legit to Quit, right? He's too legit to quit. That's so true, right? If you do legit shit, you won't quit. You know what I mean? You won't quit. But these people are BitConnect. I reckon they'd be quitting now. So let's see where they're at. Crypto Nick, he's like taking all his social media down. Everything that he's got, all his YouTube videos, all are being deleted. But he thinks that they're gone, but they're not, because YouTube still has them. Right? People have downloaded them. So he's basically running scared, or he's probably been grounded by his parents, because he's only 17 years old. Right, so he's running scared, and Trevon James, he's basically saying, you guys signed up to this stuff, disclaimers was there, and it's a risk that you took on, and you signed up, and basically you lost your money. I'm not at fault. The people that should be at fault are BitConnect, right? But here's the problem, and this is the thing that he does not understand, right? What the problem with BitConnect was, right? Whether you join up to BitConnect, you agree to the terms, conditions, yeah, it's a risk, blah blah blah. That's the investor joining BitConnect, right? But what BitConnect did, right, is they promoted, and also affiliates promoted BitConnect inside America, and they weren't registered with SEC, right? So they were selling securities inside in the borders of United States of America, and they weren't registered with the Securities Commission. So that is illegal. So, and these people that were promoting BitConnect, these USA affiliates, right? Because they were promoting BitConnect, there's nothing to do with the terms and conditions of BitConnect. What it has to do is the terms and conditions of the United States of America. And they were legally selling securities that weren't registered with SEC, right? And that's where the problem is. So if I was you, Trevon James, I'd be hiring a very, very good lawyer, because what you did was illegal. It doesn't matter about the terms and conditions of BitConnect, right? It's irrelevant, right? You sold securities in the borders of United States of America, which were not registered with SEC, which is illegal. So what you've done was something illegal, and the judge is going to throw the book at you, my friend. All right? So I don't know what he's talking about. He has simply no idea on how the law works. Yeah, all these BitConnect people, if There's like 3 lawsuits out with BitConnect. If people wanted to go after these USA affiliates, you know, most of them would have a case to answer to, because what they did is illegal. All right, so that's why you don't get involved in this stuff. You don't get involved in any of this stuff that's actually going to put you in a position that you could be prosecuted. And it's only come to light now because of now shit's hit the fan, and now it's the law is getting involved, and there's 3 lawsuits and plaintiff, you know, all this. It's getting nasty, right? Now it's all become real, because you know, they're gonna have to front up to court, defend themselves in a court of law. It's the only reason why. You know. But I said this months and months ago last year. I said this mid last year that shit is gonna hit the fan. And when it does, it's going to cause a big stir up. So I'm glad BitConnect is gone. I mean, it's still hanging around. It's $2, whatever. But I'm glad it's this cancer's rid of the crypto space. You know, that's the biggest thing I'm happy about. So just stay, again, I say this all the time, just stay with the legit stuff. And you will, you know, you're going to go far. Now, with ICOs, yes, there's also dodgy ICOs out there that are trying to rip people off. You know, so you have to do your due diligence. You have to make sure that you don't get involved in these scam ICOs. And there's a lot of them going around, but they're pretty easy to spot. You know, if you know what you're doing. But if you don't, then you know what's going on. So let's go to the next topic of business I've written here and here. BCC, yep, okay. Now, everyone's talking about Litecoin. There is no Litecoin is not forking, guys. Okay, so just to clear that up, Litecoin is not forking. All right, do you understand? Litecoin is not forking. All right, so this is Litecoin Cash. All right, so what these guys are basically doing is, now I'm not saying do this, do your due diligence. All right, with Litecoin, what they're actually doing is they can take all the code from Litecoin, right? Go to GitHub, they can get the code, and what they're doing is they're just making a carbon copy. There's no one stopping it because it's open source and it's decentralized, right? So there's no one stopping it. If they've got miners that will mine it, then they can just basically create another clone of Litecoin, change the code to whatever they want, and then they can, you know, start a new coin, or start a new token, right? So this is what's happening. Litecoin is not forking. All right, guys, Litecoin is not forking. All right, this is just people that are taking all the coins, all the basically a cookie cutter of Litecoin, and they're just creating their own. It's not Litecoin themselves forking. All right, it's got nothing to do with Litecoin. So when people say Litecoin is forking, it's not forking. All right, Litecoin is not forking. People are going out there and they're creating a carbon copy of Litecoin, and then what they're saying, they're going to give you 10 to 1. All right, so Litecoin is not forking. All right, so you got to get your facts right on that. This has got nothing to do with Litecoin team or nothing. They have disassociated themselves. They're saying that this Litecoin Cash has got nothing to do with them. We're not forking. All right, it's just them creating Litecoin Cash, right? Which is anyone can do this, right? That's the thing with Litecoin, with a coin being what do you call it? Open source. All right, anyone can do it. So what this basically they propose, these guys are big fans of Litecoin. Again, I'm not saying do this. In fact, I probably won't do this. What I'll do is I'll sit back. I won't get carried away with the hype, and I'll just sit back and I'll just see what the go is with it. All right. So I'll tell you how to claim your Litecoin Cash. It's not forking. All right. Let's just get that over and done with. what they're doing is they're creating another coin and they're going to give you 10 to 1. So if you've got one Litecoin, they're going to give you 10 Litecoin cash. All right? No, and this got nothing to do with Roger Ver. Right? So what they're doing is they're running a SHA-256. So this is the reason why they made Litecoin Cash. The reason why they made it is so then, see, with Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, it's becoming very competitive. But with Litecoin Cash, it's running a SHA-256. That means all your ant miners, you can actually mine this, all right? Because the difficulty will be very low. So the Litecoin blocks left until fork of 2586, all right? So what they're basically saying, when this block hits, then they're gonna start this. That's basically what they're saying. All right. It's got nothing to do with Litecoin themselves. All right. So what do you do to claim this? This is just the specs on this. All right. It's basically exactly the same, but they're running a SHA-256 instead of the script. So you can actually mine this with your old ant miners. And that's probably the benefit of it. If you're a miner, you're going to mine this because you can make some money with your old ant miners. Which, if you try to mine Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash, you won't make any money. But if you run Litecoin Cash, because the difficulty is like nothing, very very low at the moment, you're going to make some money. All right, for the meantime. So that's the big benefit of it. Now, what you got to do to claim this, all right, is open up another Litecoin account, all right? Then move your Litecoin to this new account, all right? And then what you got to do is then move that out. Actually, it shows you here. I'll show you here. This is how you find out. Now, this is something that what I'll do is I'm gonna set up an account. So you have two accounts. You have your main account. You do not share your private keys with the main account. So let's just say, for example, you have Exodus, right? And that's your main account. So then what you got to do is you go create another account, right? Let's just call it. You create another Litecoin account somewhere else. And then you move that Litecoin into that account, all right? Then you have those private keys, and then what you do is you move that Litecoin, you leave that Litecoin into that new account. Let's just call it account B. So you moved account A into your real account, and account A create a new account, all right? Somewhere else, and then let's call that account B, all right? And then what you do is then you move all your Litecoin to that account, right? And then once it happens, once the block finishes, like once this hits here, let me have a look. Here, once it goes to this block, right? Litecoin blocks here, Litecoin fork block here, right? This is the block number, right? Then your Litecoin will be in that account. Then what you do is then you move that Litecoin after that account, after it hits this block, then you move it out back into your original account, right? After the block has reached 1371111, you move it out of that account back into your original account, right? Then you take the private keys of wallet B, right? And then you submit it to these guys, all right? So then, and then basically don't ever use that account again, all right? So there's nothing in that account, all right? On the blockchain, it'll show that you had X amount of Litecoin in after when, you know, block 1371111, right? When that went to the next block, right? So once you give those private keys to them, then they'll give you 10 to 1. But there's nothing, but move your Litecoin out of that account B first before you give the private keys to them or submit it, right? Don't do it prior. right? Move it back into your original wallet. Then you can do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another, I'm still going to do some research on this. All right. Again, this is, I'm not going to jump at this. I'm not going to get carried away. The best way is to hold coins during the fork. That's what they're basically saying. Where you know that you can control the private keys. You can have a Litecoin Core wallet, all right, or a Jax wallet. All right, so this is a wallet that you can have your private keys. Do not do it on an exchange. So you download this, move your Litecoin to, or your Jax wallet. People are familiar with Jax. Create a new account at Jax. All right. Then move your Litecoin to Jax. All right, and then once it hits this block number, all right. Once it hits this block number, once after this, then move all your Litecoin back out into your Exodus account. So say, for example, wallet A is Exodus. Move it back into that, right? Then now this Jax wallet, you had the Litecoin in there, right? So then you can then go through the process of claiming your Litecoin. Now, I don't know. They've got their own wallet. Personally, I don't trust that. I would rather use this Jax wallet, or because we know Jax, right? Jax have been, I mean, they've been hacked before, but they've been around for a while, right? And Litecoin Core. I'm not sure about Litecoin Core, but I think they've been around for a while as well. All right. So that's Litecoin Core. I think that this is managed by Charlie Lee. That's the I think Litecoin Core is actually their is Litecoin's wallet. All right. So that's what you do. And I don't know what it's going to be worth. I have no idea. But you know, people are saying this could be a scam. Or, you know, who really knows? So I'm not going to take the risk. What I'll do is I'll just do that. What I need to do: create a new account, push it over there. After that block, I'll just move it back into my Exodus account, and then I'll just keep on reading and finding out what's the go on Reddit, on Twitter. Find out what the go is with this actual whether this is real or not. All right, and then if it does, then I'll go through the process of claiming my Litecoin Cash. But then again, you know, we don't know what Litecoin Cash is worth, but you'll get 10 Litecoin Cash per Litecoin, I believe. Let me have a look. For every 1 Litecoin you hold at the fork block, all right, you will receive 10 LCC. That's what they're saying. All right. So I hold a lot of Litecoin. All right, a lot. So I will get a lot of Litecoin Cash. A lot of Litecoin Cash. So that's why I'm kind of interested, right? I'm thinking, free money, but I don't want the risks. I don't want it hacked. I don't want anything to happen with my Litecoin, because Litecoin is the shit, right? It's going to be a lot of money at the end of the year, okay? Some people are saying it's going to be over $1,000. Some people are saying it's going to be over $4,000. Some people are saying it's going to hit $5,000. All right, who really knows? But I know one thing: it's going to be worth a lot more than it is now. And I love Litecoin. All right, so I'm going to wait till what happens with Litecoin Cash. I got time. You know what I'll do is I'll move my Litecoin to a new wallet, probably be Jax, where I own the private keys. I'll wait till that block hits over that block. Then what I'll do is I'll move it back into my Exodus. Then I've got that information in Jax, and then I will go and apply for that claim when the time is right. Right, when I'm happy, it's not a scam. That's what I recommend you do too. Don't get carried away with it. Do some research on it. Do your due diligence. It could turn out to be a scam, but it doesn't really matter if it's a scam or not, because you're always protected, right? Because if you follow what I just said. Do not give your private keys to anyone while there's money in the wallet. Rule number 1. Oh, okay. So anyway, look, that's just some information for you guys. So check it out. If you go to litecoinca.sh, litecoinca.sh, and you can have a read about. It's going to happen on the 18th, Sunday, the 18th of February 2018. It's going to happen in 11 days. Got some free Litecoin Cash, but again, I would not get carried away with it. First, find out, do some research, do your DD, whether this is not a scam or not. I'll let you guys know in the future what I find out about it. But if it's not going to cost me anything, if I can claim these Litecoins and whatever the price is going to be, I'll have a lot of Litecoin Cash. Yeah, I will have a lot of Litecoin Cash. So I'm going to do this with the least amount of risk. If it's too risky, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to risk my Litecoin. But the way that they're talking about it, it's pretty much impossible for anyone to steal my Litecoin if you do it this way, the way I just explained. All right, and have a read about it. So that's possibly some free money. Take every precaution. All right. Yeah. Well, guys, everyone's cracking down on everything. Scott. Yep. Everyone is cracking down on everything, and you know, that's just the way it is. You know, that's just how everyone's cracking down on everything. Scott. Yep. Everyone is cracking down. Now, this is the good stuff, right? I want to get to this is yeah. I got into Doc actually, but yeah, it is a mess. Hey, Soprania, hi, Leifa, how are you guys going? So this is something that I want to do from now on, and I think that the whales are doing this. All right, I think that the whales are doing this. And what I've learned from the actual dip that we've had here. All right, so we've had a big dip, a correction. Now Bitcoin's 8,000 coming back. Now Cliff High actually said that Bitcoin's going to be 64,000 by April. Cliff High. All right. So if you type in Cliff High predictions, he talks about Litecoin and he talks about Bitcoin. And he's in his videos, he said that Bitcoin's going to hit 64,000 by April, which is, looking at it now, it's 8,000. So we'll see if his predictions are right. And he's also said that Litecoin's going to go to 4 figures. 4 figures, as he said, it's going to go to. So 4 figures is over 1,000. 9999. So if you look on the low side, if you look at the 4 figures on the lower side, it could be $1,000. 999. Yeah, $1,000. 10000, whatever. Okay, because it's already So that's what he's saying. So he's a web crawler. He gets all this data from the net and all over the place, and he compiles it, and then he can then make predictions. I don't think he has any type of advanced AI type of technology or anything. I think he just uses old school, because he's pretty old school himself. Yeah, and he uses web bots to scour everything to know what's coming. His stuff is pretty good. He's been right on a lot of things. All right. So this is the one here.
How to trade Ethereum with just 3 steps.
Let's just get rid of that.
Numbers.
So that's it there. This is the video here. Cliff High. Bitcoin will reach 64,000 by April 2018 prediction. All right. So have a look at that. Visit this video. All right. Just type in cliff high. Bitcoin will reach 64K. All right. So anyway, I like Cliff High stuff. He's really good. Good morning, Sayab, Michael. Good morning, Bargain Hunters, Wealth, Unit, and David. Good morning, all. Okay. So what am I going to do? Well, what I've learned over the last 3 weeks, that since Bitcoin has taken a big dip, right? What I learned is if I would have sold a lot of my portfolio, then I'd be a lot richer now. Okay, so I'm thinking my strategy before I'm talking about ICOs here, guys. Okay, my strategy before for ICOs was sell my ICOs, try to get 5x. Then I was going to pull my seed out, and then basically taking out all my seed, and I've still got 80% of my tokens. Now I'm going to test this over the next month or so. Once the market comes back up, I'm going to test this, and what I'm going to do, and I think this is what the whales are doing, I'm going to sell everything at 2x. But I think this is the best strategy. Sell everything at 2x. Because I actually told you about this strategy in the beginning. I said if you started with 4 Ethereum, and you doubled up 11 times, you'd be a millionaire on your 11th flip, right? Mathematically, that's true. That's actually true. And historically, looking at these ICOs, the good ones that we've done have all managed. I would say probably 90% of them have managed to double up at the minimum. So I'm thinking maybe I should have sold more of my ICOs at 2x. You know, because I can like pretty much every ICO that I do, I'm at least doubling my money. I mean, that's a phenomenal, right? Like that is phenomenal return. And if I doubled up, I would probably, you look back on hindsight, maybe I would have a lot more Ethereum, right? So I'm sitting on a lot of ICOs, guys. I've got a lot. I've got a ton of them. I'm looking at my portfolio now. I've got heaps, right? And if I would have sold them, some of them have done well. So I'm just trying to look for a better strategy that's going to give me more cash flow. Because at the moment, I'm sitting on Power Ledger, Simple Token, Telcoin, Origin Trail, Icon, Bread, STK, Stack Token, Red Pulse. I bought Red Pulse, Indahash. I sold QuantStamp, but I rebought QuantStamp. I bought some Kenya coin. I don't know if that was such a good idea, but anyway. EOS, Publica, Qcoin, Decision Token, Binance Coin, Tron, Nebulous, Private Text was ICO. I'm still sitting on that. Zilliqa, I bought some Blue Zell the other day at 44 cents. It's now 73 cents. So I'm nearly double my money on that. Zilliqa, I'm still holding. I've rebought back into Icon. Then I've got a whole bunch of other ones too, which haven't even come to market, which I'll let you guys know about. There's probably another, I can't even remember. I think there's probably another 5 or 10 more ICOs that I haven't mentioned. All right. So I'm sitting on quite a bit, and I'm thinking when the market comes back, I should sell all the ICOs that I think that are not going to be long term. All right, and only keep my long-term ones. Like I'll keep Zilliqa, Blue Zeal, Icon, Really, probably that's it. Maybe bread token. Maybe I might sell a bit of bread token and sell a bit of STK token. And maybe a bit of, so I'm basically want to sell off a lot of my portfolio and get that Ethereum, and then what I'll do is I'll go back into the next one and I'll double up, and I reckon I'll reach like I'll actually reach my goal of 5 million a lot faster, because I've got, basically what I've got is a lot of tokens that are just sitting there doing nothing. I mean, not doing nothing, but they're just sitting there, right? Like, you got to turn them into cash. You got to keep on flipping them. You got to, like, that's the aim of the game. And if you flip them and turn it into cash, and then get into the next one, turn that into cash, that's how you build a big portfolio, right? So this is, at some point, you know, you through this journey, you kind of lose, you don't lose track, but then you know what I mean? Like, there's so many different options. You start, you know, you start to get away from what your original plan was, right? So I think it's important not to deviate from that plan, and that's how you actually make a lot of money. Is you got to flip, right? And in business, people in business understand this. They understand that cash is king, and if you want to make some more money, you got to keep on flipping. So I think I'm going to do this, and I'm just going to test this for the next month, and just don't get emotional about it. Just flip them, get into the next ICO, because there's always another ICO. I think there's like 5 more ICOs that I'm going to do in February. So I'm going to start to just turn them over, turn and burn, sell the existing ones, get into the next one, and just keep on flipping. I think that's the key to it. All right. And that's pretty much, that's how you build a big portfolio. Because if you start off with, you know, 5 Ether, and then you flip it, so you start off, you know, if you just start off with an ICO and you 5x it, and then you get into the next one, but you only 2x, then you double your money, then in your next one you double money, double, you can still actually get a 10x with only 7 flips. So you can still turn these things over. The key to it is turning them over. Get into it, sell it. I mean, Interhash was like 40 cents. I should have sold it. That was a mistake, right? Interhash token ICO price was like 19 or 18 cents, right? And now it's gone back down. It's going to go back up. But one of the first ones I will sell is Interhash, because Interhash was one of those ones where I was on the border with it. There was a lot of people promoting it, and I thought, oh, I can make some quick money with this. Then it hit $40 at 2x. I should have sold it. So that's what I learned, right? That's what I learned this week. Don't get emotional about it. Once the market gets back up to, like, what is it now? 8,000. Once the market gets back up to 10,000, 11,000, I'm going to start just culling all these ICOs that I've got. Right? I'm just going to cull them, because most of these ICOs aren't going to last 6 months. So there's no point. Only the long-term ones hold. But your short-term ones, don't hold them. All right? Because you don't want to be held, you don't want to be left with just, you know, like your tokens are not worth anything. So you got to keep on turning them over. Hi, Pascal. Yeah, I just bought some Neo the other day, mate. I love Neo. Neo is going to be the ones long-term. I got KYC on Doc. I tried it. The first time I tried KYC on Doc, it didn't work. And then half an hour later, I tried it again, and it went through. Hi, Michelle. How are you? So, yeah, it's just these things. They got absolutely hammered. Their system couldn't handle it. So that's my 2 cents on it, guys. I would just keep on flipping. Space Telstar. All right, I'll keep looking out for that. Thanks for that, Robert. space Telstar ICO. All right, okay. Can't find any information there. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's the strategy I'm going to do once the market comes back. You know, once it recovers. I mean, Cliff High said it's going to be 64,000 by April. Bitcoin's going to be 64,000 by April. Now, the stuff that he's predicted in the past, he's been right. His timing's been a bit out, but he's been right. So, could Bitcoin hit 64,000 by April? Well, we'll know by then. But what I would give this guy probably the benefit of the doubt. All right. Even if he's wrong and he's only like 20% out, I mean, it's still like, you know, 60, 56, 50, 54,000. We're not gonna, you know, beat up on him. You know what I mean? We're gonna say, hey, Cliff High, you're wrong. It's not 64,000. It's only 55,000. Like, you know, his predictions have been right in the past, and right now we're in this situation where it's February and we're thinking there's no way it's going to reach 64,000 by April. Right now, he said this on this. He only said this a couple of days ago, so this is not like he said it last year. He said this a couple of days ago when the market is down. When the market was like down, right? So he said this when the market was down. So he obviously knows something, right? And his predictions and his web crawling bots and apps are doing what they should do. You know, they've been right in the past. So we'll see with Cliff High's predictions, and I think that'll be, you know, once Bitcoin reaches, if it ever reaches 64,000 by April, I mean, that's going to be amazing, because you know where the altcoins are going to be, right? Altcoins are going to be like a stupid level. Every time Bitcoin grows, so does my portfolio. It's a direct link. All right. So I hope he's right, because I'll be, you know, I could get to that 5 million a lot quicker than I anticipated. Okay. So happy days. We'll see what happens. But really, you know, there's really nothing to really worry about. Just, yeah, there's this Litecoin thing. Just read more about this Litecoin Cash, right? There's no need to jump out at anything. Just take it easy with your portfolio. You know, Bitcoin's coming back. No big deal. When the Bitcoin markets, but when Bitcoin comes back, the market's back up with my alts. I want to sell a lot of my portfolio and pull out a couple of $100,000 and put that back into ICOs. I'll have more Ethereum. You know, no biggie, right? So it's all in our favor. It's just all you need to do is just be a bit patient, keep doing what you're doing, and then it's all going to be all good. Okay, I'll have to research more of that. It's got to do with Tesla, has it? It's bound to take off because of on the top of a rocket, Stratton rocket V rocket. Okay. Then it'll crash back again. Trish, I love your work. So yeah, the ball's in our court, guys. And there's nothing to worry about. Just keep on doing what you're doing. Stay away from this bullshit stuff that you're seeing online. People are getting scammed, and the people that are getting scammed are the ones that are the most vulnerable. Right? They're the newbies that are most vulnerable, and they're falling for this stuff. Don't fall for this stuff, guys. If it's too good to be true, it usually is. When there's something that you got to join some type of program, or you got to put some money into some sort of scheme that's going to give you a return, right? Oh, you just got to do this, and the bot trading is going to do this, and it's going to give you this, and we're going to give you, 1% per day. That's all bullshit, guys. Right? God, I mean, if you were born yesterday, they're just looking for people that were born yesterday. Right? It's just all smoking mirrors and bullshit. Right? Every time I see this stuff and people send me this stuff, I'm just like, dude, do you think I was born yesterday? You know what I mean? Like, do you seriously think that this is going to work? Have you done the calculations on 1% per day? Well, what's that? Do the calculations on 1% per day. 10 grand at 1% per day, compounded over 3 years, is going to return you $5 billion. So is that sustainable? The answer is no. So it's a scam. It's a Ponzi. All right. That's all it is. Just a Ponzi. So I hope you guys I hope everyone that's watching my live streams over the last 2 years, and I got this video this morning that said, I didn't share it. I should have shared it, but I think it just shows, Facebook just shows you once, and then you can't share it again. But anyway, it basically showed, I had this video, I was doing this video 2 years ago, and I said it's a very important video. And in that video, I'll have to find out if I can still share it. I don't know. I'll have to go back into Facebook and see if I can pull up the memories that Facebook shows you and then try to find those memories and repost it. But basically what I said in that video, this was 2 years ago, right? This is when I was still in Australia. And 2 years ago? Yeah, I would have been still in Australia because I've been in Chiang Mai for 20 months. Yeah, so I was still in Australia. And what I was doing was I was doing videos, and I was still doing everything. Nothing, in fact, since I was there and I was broke, nothing has changed. I was still doing the same shit, right? I was making videos every day. I was getting my message out there. I was staying positive. I was doing everything that I was supposed to do. And now I'm still doing the same shit. Nothing has changed, right? From when I was doing videos then to what I was doing now, right? Nothing has changed. In the sense that what I was doing, like nothing has changed for me. I'm still doing videos. What's changed is my bank account. That's what's changed, right? But what I set out to do 2 years ago, I'm still doing it till this day, you know. That's just if you do that, you know, self-development, do your videos, get out of your comfort zone, you know, learn about everything out there, make good decisions, don't get involved in these Ponzi schemes. Eventually you're gonna find it to get to a point where you don't have to worry about working a day job. You know what I mean? So anyway, with that said, we're gonna get back into doing some more ICO stuff, more research. We're trying to put this other pool together and get that happening. And there's a lot more ICOs coming. We're gonna hit the market. We've got another ICO that's gonna hit the market fairly soon that we just done. We just done two actually. We just done 2 pools, and we're looking at doing another pool either today or tomorrow. I'm still looking at it. I'm still not sold on it, but it looks okay. And yeah, so happy days, guys. Happy days. Take your time. Be patient. There's no rush. Just make the right decisions, even if it takes you a little bit of time to get to that point. The ball is in your court, guys. The ball is in your court. Just don't make any stupid decisions and rush into this stuff and fall for FOMO and, hey, you know, you're going to make this amount, 1%, you just put your money in, you know, like, come on, you know, seriously. So I hope everyone's got a little bit of knowledge watching my videos on YouTube and on Facebook. If you've been watching me for a while, you know that, there's stuff that I've done in the past which has failed. But the stuff I'm doing now is working out great. So as long as you just don't get involved in this sort of crap, just stay with the legit stuff, and you won't quit. You'll be too legit to quit, right? You won't quit because it's legit, right? That's how it goes. So with that said, have a fantastic Friday. Have a good weekend. If you're still working your day job, keep pushing, and you won't. Stay positive. You're gonna have bad days. It's all good. Have a cry, get back on your horse and keep going. But don't just have a cry over it and stay in that state, right? Because that's what's going to keep you in that state. Go out there, have your cry, whatever, have a hissy fit, and then go, okay, now it's time to get back to work. I understand that it takes a lot of time and effort and work to do it, but it's worth it in the end. Trust me. All right, it's worth it in the end, and just keep pushing forward every single day, and everything's going to work out, okay? So with that said, have a good day, have a good weekend, keep pushing forward, and I'll see you in the next live stream.